guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another part of mainstream or indie. So there are many beautiful indie polishes out there, and I tend to gravitate more towards indie polishes just because they're so much more unique and different finishes than what's going on in the mainstream world. But every once in a while the mainstreams do come out with a polish that just screams, this could be an indie polish. So I already did one part of this. It's going to be linked in the description bar down below if you haven't seen it already. But I figured I would go through my collection again and see if I could find any more polishes that screamed indie to me, and I found another 10 polishes. I didn't look at my OPI drawer last time. I don't know why. I have a couple of vintage OPIs that are very indie like, and I'll get to those later in the video. We're gonna look at China Glaze ones first, and then we'll move into OPI. When I was going through my drawers and I pulled out this China Glaze, this is Pearl Jammin from China Glaze. I'm like, why did I not pick this out the first time that I filmed this video? This is a beautiful pale blue, but it's got this gold shimmer in here that just screams indie. This is like the type of polish that I could see coming out from Bee's Knees. This and the next one that I'm going to talk about, they just both seem like Bee's Knees type polishes to me because Sarah does wonderful shimmers, and this is just an absolutely beautiful shimmer. So this is Pearl Jammin from, I was almost going to say Bee's Knees. This is Pearl Jammin from China Glaze. So this next shimmer is called Cinderella. This was from a Halloween collection a couple years ago from China Glaze. And this is this beautiful dark taupey base, but it's got that gold red shimmer in here that again screams Bee's Knees to me. So I figured I should pull this one out as well. So this is Cinderella from China Glaze. This next China Glaze I've had for a long time. You can see where the fill line is on this. It's like right about here. This polish has changed color. The original base of this was like a creamy white almost, but the red glitters in here have bled and now the base is like a pink, which is unfortunate, but it still gives me indie vibes. This is called Don't Let the Dead Bite. And again, this was from a Halloween collection more than a couple years ago. It's from a while back. So this has these red glitters in here in hexes and little tiny bar flake glitters. This reminds me, it's supposed to look like skin's being pulled back off your nails, and it's supposed to be really gross and grungy, but it gives me that indie kind of a vibe. So fortunately, like I said, the color has changed on mine. I wonder if it's changed on yours, if it's been in your collection for a while. You can kind of see at the bottom where it's still a little bit lighter, but the rest of it, unfortunately, the glitters have bled into the polish and turned it pink. So this is Don't Let the Dead Bite from China Glaze. Final China Glaze I'm going to talk about, this one's fairly new. I think it's from 2 or 3 Christmases ago. This one's called Don't Be a Snowflake. And this is a beautiful gray base with silver holographic glitters in here. And yeah, it just kind of reminds me of a snow globe. And I thought this could very easily be a acrylic type polish that an indie maker would put out. So this is Don't Be a Snowflake from China Glaze. This next polish, before I talk about the OPIs, is brand new this year. This is a Morgan Taylor. This is part of the Morgan Taylor MTV collaboration, and this is called Electric Remix. This beautiful blue polish with this greeny gold shimmer in here reminds me of a polish that I included in my summer picks video. I'm gonna put them side by side right now. Seriously, look at these polishes. Do they not look like they could be identical? I actually had this Morgan Taylor out in my summer picks, and I had it and I had swatched it for my summer picks, and I swatched the polish, and I'm like, I can't include both these polishes in the same video. They're pretty much the same polish. They're not identical dupes, but they're very similar, and I just couldn't include them both in the same video. So I figured I would put it in this video because it reminds me of an indie. So this is Electric Remix from Morgan Taylor. I don't know how readily available this is because I think it was a very limited edition. If you can find it, beautiful polish. Pick it up. So this is Electric Remix. So I'm going to talk about a couple newer OPIs before I get into my vintage ones. This first OPI is called Turn on the Northern Lights, and this was from the, was it Iceland collection, I think? Or Nordic collection or something like that. A couple years back, I bought the whole collection. I'm pretty sure it was the Iceland collection. I don't know. Anyway, this is a beautiful purple base, but it has almost unicorn pea type quality in it with this shimmer. And that's why I included it in here, because it does remind me of unicorn pea with this shimmer going on in here. So that is Turn on the Northern Lights from OPI. This one's also from the same collection. This is called Check Out the Old Geysers. And this is a beautiful blue, but it has like a bright blue flash going on in here. And this gives me bee's knees vibes. So I figured that one should be included in this video as well. So this is Check Out the Old Geysers from OPI. So this next polish, I wouldn't consider this one vintage, but it kind of is almost. This one is from the Holland collection. This is called Dutch You Just Love OPI. This polish was my very, very first OPI polish that I purchased. I remember picking this up with a gift card from Winners, right as I was starting my collecting craze way back in the day. So that would have been 2016-ish, but I think this came out the year before that. So, because it was at Winners, and Winners doesn't have like the most newest polishes there because they're a discount store. So, but anyway, I picked this one out because it's got this beautiful goldy shimmer in here as well. And I thought it was a good fit for this video as well. So that is Dutch You Just Love OPI. Okay, so the next two polishes that I'm going to talk about are vintage OPIs, meaning these are polishes from before they switched up their formulas to be 5-free, and they're very, very stinky, and they have chemicals in these polishes that I would never put on a natural nail now. Thankfully, I'm wearing false nails, so they're not going anywhere near my natural nail. They stink to high heaven. But they're absolutely beautiful polishes, and both of them I received as gifts from Debbie. So this first polish I'll talk about is called Blue Moon Lagoon. I don't know what year this came out. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it, the collection and the year that it came out, on the screen for you when I'm editing. But this is a pale blue holographic polish from OPI. Vintage OPI. Like, they used to do this kind of stuff. Why aren't they doing it now? I don't know, but look at that holographic on there. It's beautiful, and the swatch picture is gorgeous as well. So OPI, hello, come on. So yeah, that's Blue Moon Lagoon. This one was a collection of I think 4 or 5 holographic type polishes back in the day. I only have this one from the collection. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is Blue Moon Lagoon from OPI. And the final polish I want to talk about today is was a huge lemming of mine. It was on my lemming list for years, and then Debbie knocked it off. Was it last year or the year before? I don't remember. Anyway, she sent this to me, so thank you very much, Debbie, for sending this to me. This is Glacier Bay Blues. This was from the Canada collection. Again, I can't remember what year that came out, but I will put it up on the screen. I have 4 or 5 polishes from this collection. Again, they all stink like you would not believe. So stinky. You have to be in a well-ventilated area when using these polishes because they're so old and vintage and got horrible chemicals in them. But this is like the OG multi-chrome. Like, just look at the multi-chrome in this polish. Let's see that. Again, OPI. What, like, you were doing this however many years ago, why aren't you doing it now? Like, the boring collections that have come out so recently is just absolutely ridiculous when you look back at these types of polishes and you're like, what is going on with your creative team? Because you obviously had them, were doing something right back in the day, and now I'm just bored of your collections. So sorry, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent about OPI, but can you agree with me? Like, every single collection that come out for summer and spring recently with these like the Mexico collection and the Lisbon collection and the Scotland collection, they're all boring polishes that they've done before. It's like nothing new. This is the type of polish I want to see from mainstreams. Not gonna happen because I can go, and it's not gonna happen, but it doesn't matter because I can go get it from Indie. But they were doing it before. Why aren't they doing it now? I don't know. So anyway, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed going through my mainstream polishes and finding old gems that I haven't worn in forever. So I will have a go look through my collection again and see if I can find any more. I think I'm pretty much spent now because my mainstream collection is very small compared to how it used to be. I got rid of a ton of mainstream polishes just because, like I said, the indie polishes are more interesting to me than the mainstream polishes. So out of my 3 Helmers, only one of them is mainstream and the rest is all indie. So sorry, it's just the way it is. So I will go through my collection again, and if I find anything, I will do another chapter in this series, if you want to call it that. But I don't think I'm gonna have anything more. So that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. George and Amy from George's Nails and Nail Polish Baby 90 did a version of this on their channels that I will link down below as well, if you're interested in more polishes that could be considered indie. And yeah, that's it for me today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize again for lack of videos. I thought I would be less busy with coronavirus, but it turns out that I'm more busy, so such is life. But that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye. Jesus Christ. It's an Amber Alert in the Niagara region, which is unfortunately nowhere near me, so oh, my heart's still pounding. Ooh, okay. Before we move into the OPIs I want to talk about, I have one Morgan Taylor. This is brand new polish. This came out this year. Now my TV is going off.